There we go. If there's anyone there, how's everyone doing? That would be cool. I started it and got pretty far, but like I don't know, I just stopped playing my PSP after a while. But hey, that's what the simulator's for. I do have all these games legally though, so it's like, even though it's still emulation, I do have actual physical copies of these games, so it's not totally illegal. Except for this one, but I just didn't have the patience to buy it and I really wanted to play it. I love the Trails series. Still waiting on the boy. Hang on. Let me check something. Because, Joe, I can see that you're talking, but I'm not hearing anything. I think it might be a Discord issue. Let me check my settings. Let's see. Let's see, output.
Turn it on.
There we go. I can hear you now. It was a setting on my Discord, so I wasn't hearing you.
Alright, except I'm like, what happened?
Okay, Anna, because like I saw you were talking, so it was totally on my end. I had to, in order to start the actual recording, I had to change some settings in Discord, and I didn't realize that changing those settings changed the audio output, so I wasn't hearing you. Oh shoot, I forgot. I paused the music before because we gotta listen to the cool intro music.
Yeah, and I can't hear the music at all.
Oh well, I was playing music from YouTube. Can you hear the game music?
Oh, I should probably... Oh, that's right, I left. I had to watch...
I'm streaming directly from the PSP emulator in Discord now, so you should see the game a little clearer.
Yeah, because the dancing game was kind of blurry.
Oh yeah, well that's because I was streaming from OBS, but since my emulator is directly on the PC, Discord picks that up as its own separate window, so you can see it from the actual source itself. But can you hear the game audio all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I love this intro theme. We freaking played it in the last game. And there's the female protagonist. Best girl in the series. Aside from Maya. And my boy Theo. I love all iterations of this game. It's so good.
Watching the anime intro.
Right? Older Persona intros are really trippy. Like, one of these days I need to show you like the original Persona 1 intro. It gives off like very big horror game vibes to it, and I like it.
I think you have.
Oh no, you've seen the PSP version, not the original version.
Hmm.
The PSP version's way more like a modern Persona intro. And of course, we'll be starting a new
Was
game.
this game on the PSP?
Oh yeah, this is the PSP version. There are two versions. There's the
They did the same thing that 3DS did for Kingdom Hearts.
oh
For Dream
yeah,
Drop Distance. They did the same thing. The P3P looks like PSP.
oh yeah, you're right. In this game, you can select the gender of the main character, which is, I think, the only Persona game in which you can do this.
To be honest, they both look like girls. Like the guy looks like Makoto.
Which is funny because his name is Makoto. Alright, hang on. I need to find a way to move
Makoto a boy in the third game, Makoto a girl in the fourth game,
Or the
but is
fifth game.
disguised as boy.
Yep.
Like, oh, you first see Makoto in the fourth game, like, oh look, it's Makoto from the third game. No,
You mean the
a
fifth
different
game?
Makoto. What?
You mean the fifth game?
No, wait, who? No, Makoto's in the fourth game, the fucking blue-haired chick.
Wait,
Isn't that her name?
what blue-haired character?
The detective.
That's Naoto.
Now, never mind.
Yep.
I thought her name was Makoto as well. I'm losing it.
Nah. Yeah, Weirdo Taco
So
posted
many
that.
names. So many names. So many names. Okay, never mind. Makoto looks like Naoto.
Oh yeah, this is recommended for new
That's
players.
what I was trying. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. I
Not
just look crazy there for a second.
right. And of course, we're gonna go with Best Girl because why not?
We're just gonna go with this because fuck you. That's why.
Oh yeah, this is also a new thing. The original Persona 3 only had 3 difficulties. This one added beginner and maniac.
Maniac.
Oh, of course not.
Maniac. Maniac. Damn it.
The original game's hard enough, man. Like, even on easy mode, this game's pretty difficult. This story is a work of fiction. Blah 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 blah.
Come to the Velvet Room.
Time never waits. It delivers us all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be, you will be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your guide. May your heart be your guiding key.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
You know it. The thought of
Rhymes
sleeping.
like a poet.
Don't even remind me, Weird Otaku. This game, man. This freaking game. It gets so brutal. Terminal Station. Evening. Yeah, this game is this version's set up like a visual novel. Like in the PS2 version, this is all like an anime cutscene, but like they set it up like a visual novel in this one. The station entrance is buzzing with activity. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Yeah, this part, like, they added dialogue to this part. Like, the stuff that she says during this cutscene, she doesn't actually say in the original game.
Put it to my head. Pull the trigger.
And it's playing the song.
Out.
Yo, don't do it. It's okay.
Yep, she can't do it.
No, I can't.
They added a lot of new dialogue in this version of the game. Inside the New City passenger train on Ahazuru.
See, it was Persona 3. That was the one that doesn't have the same exact thing on every console.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, you said there was a Persona game where it's on several different consoles, but it wasn't the same every time. Like, some was missing things.
Oh, yeah, this is that one. It's not on several consoles. They're just several versions, because 2 of the versions are both on PS2. This one is on the PSP.
We apologize to any customers who are in a hurry.
And give us social links with male party members. Bless the bromance with Junpei. No kidding. Wasn't he going to be a romance option? But then it's like, Junpei actually has a canon love interest, though, so that doesn't work if they allow you to date him.
The next stop is Iwatodai.
You can love who you want to love.
Well, I mean, he gets a girlfriend anyway, though. It's like, in the actual canon story, he does end up dating someone. Which is a first for the, because Junpei is like the Ryuji of this game. It's like, it's a first for the right-hand man character.
Please take care to board before our departure.
Yeah, even freaking Mark in Persona 1 didn't date Maki like he wanted to, because she ended up having a crush on the main character, of course. You arrived late. It's almost midnight. Gotta read it like Akihiko. I changed the graphics settings on my emulator, so like this game looks way smoother than it looked when I first tested it. Because like the text looked atrocious in the original settings.
Like fucking something like Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, she actually. Oh yeah, by the way, female protagonist is voiced by Laura Bailey.
Of course.
Yeah. And of course her husband voices Theo, so that makes it perfect. Just like in the original version, the male protagonist is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, and Elizabeth is voiced by his wife. It would probably be best to hurry to the dorm. You don't say. This all, like, makes more sense if you see the animated version of this cutscene. As you walk from the station, you notice coffin-like objects lining the deserted city. This is sounding like one of those classic first-person RPGs like for PC in the 80s. The way it's like addressing it as you see this and so and so. It's an eerily gigantic moon. You have 3 days.
What is this, Majora's Mask?
Exactly. The moon does have something to do with this game,
in 3
though.
days.
Gekukan High School, Iwatodai Dorm. These are the dorms that the Luther Knight dorms in the Essence are based after. This is the dorm mentioned in your admission pamphlet.
Welcome.
That's Yuri Lowenthal. Listen closely and you can hear it.
You're late. I've been waiting a long time.
Spider-Man.
An unknown boy is holding a piece of paper out to you.
If you want to proceed, then please sign here. It's a contract.
Also, if you remember from Catherine, you know that voice that talks to you in the confessional?
Hmm?
That's also him.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, like, it's like, he basically sounds the exact same in this game, too.
There's no need
Yeah,
to be scared.
I heard it more in Catherine. That I can hear. This one I can't really hear it.
It only binds you to accepting full
When he grows up, you'll
responsibility
hear it
for your
more,
actions.
because you eventually get to meet an older version of this kid, and his voice is deeper. Something is written on the paper he's holding out to you. I choose it this fate of mine own free will. Below it is a blank to sign your name. That was weird phrasing. And of course, I'm going with the canon name that I recently learned. I used to name her Minako Arisato because that's almost the it's almost the protagonist's original name, but it's not really. Hang on, let me go ahead and look it up again.
It's not really. No.
I think it's okay, yeah, it's right here in Kotone Shiomi. That's what it is. Okay.
That sounds like Kingdom Hearts menu music. Or not music, sound effects. Sorry, wrong thing.
I can hear that.
Like,
Good old
it's
stage
so
play name.
distinct,
Yep.
I can hear it anywhere.
The female protagonist has like 3 names. But like this is the first one that comes up when you Google her name. So I'm like, you know what? Sure, I'll go with it. I keep forgetting
Well,
Persona has a stage play, or Persona 3.
Well, fucking His name is Ren, but I still call him Akira because that's cooler in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, did you know that Persona 4 has a stage play too?
Very well.
What?
Yeah, there's a Persona 4 stage play and it actually looks really cool. I saw a clip of it and the special effects were surprisingly good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a Japan only thing of course, but still it's great.
You know, because fuck us, right?
all,
Get it?
all the games
Us,
from
US.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
Haha, double meaning joke.
Arena and Arena Ultimax have stage plays too? That's awesome. Cause like I figured that I know that like Persona 5's stage play is more recent. I remember when they announced that one. But wow, I didn't know that the two Arena games had them. I suppose it makes sense considering they're their own thing.
Time is something no one can escape. It delivers us all to the same end. The machine won't
Okay,
make it
now
go
he's
away.
starting to sound like the guy in the cathedral.
They changed his dialogue. I forgot about that because in the original version, his speech here is different.
And so it begins.
He goes on like a whole tangent about how you can't escape death, but it's like in different phrasing. And then he says, and so it begins. The unknown boy disappeared, as if melting into the darkness.
Who's there?
Hello, Kawakami.
How can you be? But it's. Don't tell me.
Oh yeah, and all of this is added dialogue too. This wasn't in the original. The girl is holding something that looks like a gun.
Wait.
Looks like a gun, or is a gun? It's either it is or it isn't.
Well, it looks like a gun, because it isn't. It's an evoker. It's totally different. Even though it's definitely modeled after guns.
The lights. I didn't think you'd arrive so late. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in the dorm.
No, your name is Yuri.
Who's she? She's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign
Oh
her.
my gosh. I hear it.
Right?
She'll eventually be moved to a room in
It's
the
still
normal
so
room.
funny to me that when in Spider-Man, when he's calling out to his wife, he's saying his name.
I know.
That makes me laugh so much.
The YouTuber I was talking about earlier, who played the Persona 4 Arena game, or I think she's only played the first one, she mentioned the same thing when she was playing Spider-Man. She's like, do you think that this voice actor finds it weird that he's calling his wife his own name for the game?
Is it okay for her to be here?
Just, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of that, because that was the first thing I thought of when you told me that. That
Right.
was the first thing I did. I'm like, so he's calling out to his wife,
Yep.
I guess we'll see.
but he's saying his own name.
This is Yukari
It's
Takeba.
hilarious.
She'll be
That's
a
like
junior this
smart
spring,
humor.
just like you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Yukari.
Why do you have a gun?
Huh?
I had to pick it.
Well, it's sorta like a hobby. Well, not a hobby,
You know.
but
Like every teenage student does.
To be fair, she is in the archery club, so her hobby is long-range combat.
you know how it
Yes,
is
but
these
that
days.
is not
It's for self-defense.
pistols.
It's not a real gun, of course.
See?
It's getting late. You'll find your room on the third floor.
Self-defense. Just say it's a model gun.
Your thing should already be there.
But it's not a model gun, that's why she didn't say that. It's not like freaking Gundad's products.
Oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
That guy was hilarious in my opinion.
And knowing that he shares the voice actor with Hiro makes him all the better. Dormitory, third floor hallway, at the furthest door. It's,
Wait, Hero from Danganronpa?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
Oh my gosh, that puts him in a whole new light.
Yeah, they share a voice actor.
Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall.
I'm like, once you hear it, you can so hear it.
So, any questions?
Is that boy like, let's creep her out.
What are you talking about? Come on, it's not funny.
Cold bunch of bullshit. Here, hold on, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Can I ask you something?
In a moment, we're gonna wait for our boy. I love this game's soundtrack. Persona 3's music will always have a special place in my heart. It's so good. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to open that one. I've been streaming a lot longer than I expected to. I'm more than okay with that, though. It's been worth it. I love just hanging out and doing the Persona crap. I wish Persona 1's RNG wasn't so bad. Then I'd actually play that more because I want to get all the endings, but the RNG is so bad. It's such a good game, but its combat is just... I don't know. I enjoy it, but the status ailments are just out of control in that game. I normally have a lot of patience, but that game definitely wears it out. I'm excited to play more of Persona 2, though. The game looks so clean with these settings, I like it. I haven't tested the game, like, how the combat will play out on the emulator yet. I hope we don't run into any glitches. So, let's hope for the best. I tested it for a little bit. I just tested the first 15 minutes-ish of the game. Just to see how well it looked and played and everything, but I didn't make it far enough to actually get to the combat, because that usually takes a bit of time, especially at the pace we're going. I think on average, it takes me maybe an hour to get to the combat, maybe a little less, I don't know. But we'll see. I think it takes me an hour to unlock the main menu, is what I'm thinking of. Because I forgot that you don't actually get access to the main menu until after your time in the hospital. Oh yeah, it occurred to me I can pause the recording while we're waiting.
Sorry for my delay.
It's all good. I just paused the recording because I remember the OBS has that feature now.
On your way here from the station, was everything okay? You know what Never mind. It seems like you're alright.
Alright's kind of pushing it.
Well, I better get going.
Yeah.
I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay?
As much as it sucks to not have the animated cutscenes, I do kind of like this visual novel approach they took with this version.
Good night.
Like, it's unique, because none of the other Persona games really do this. Yukari walked down the stairs.
I feel like it's just the style for PSP games. Like, they don't do as much.
Oh yeah, well, because the PSP is basically just a mini PS2, so, but it's like, even then, it doesn't quite have the power the PS2 has.
Yeah, because one's coming out of the wall, one's a battery.
Exactly. This is your assigned room.
Which is why most handheld games, in my opinion, were kind of disappointing.
That's understandable. I still love my 3DS, though. Use the directional buttons or analog stick to move the cursor. I am never going to use the D-pad for the cursor. Hold down the circle button to make the cursor move faster. For some reason, My brain almost read circle as 0. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. And then yeah, press R to...
Same thing.
Alright, yeah, that's all tutorial crap. Yeah, pressing R, or R1 in my case, because I'm using my PS4 controller, which I love being able to do for PSP games. You can, like, see everything you can examine. It's a nice thing. The mirror reflects your regular face. My regular face? What other faces do I have? Is that symbolism for Persona crap? I think it is. You're tired today. You should... Shh. Morgana? I'm gonna smack you. And then, that's just the calendar. Oh yeah, so the way deadlines work in this game, you see on the upper right corner where it says next and then the number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you have your deadlines marked, because instead of like Personas 4 and 5 where you're given like a clear-cut deadline, and this your deadlines are based after the moon phase. So every full moon you have a big boss to face. So you have to like you want to make sure you train before the next full moon.
How symbolic.
Right. Well, it's like because this was still back in the day when Persona was very much influenced by Shin Megami Tensei, and the moon phases are very important in those games.
It's Yukari.
Well,
Are you awake?
very important is putting it... That's a generous way of putting it, I suppose I should say. All it does is affect your ability to negotiate with the
Morning.
demons,
Did you sleep okay?
to my knowledge. I think it affects more things, but I've never learned the mechanics of it.
Mitsuru
I don't
Senpai
even
asked me to
negotiate
take you to
that much.
school.
I mostly just kill them.
In Shin Megami Tensei, it's necessary, though, because it's like a... Like, in Shin Megami Tensei, you usually only have one human party member. All your other party members are the demons you negotiate with.
Ooh,
ready
so
to
then
go?
yeah, that'd be
It's a necessary skill in that game.
yes.
Okay, then let's go.
I'm not going to be rude to Yukari. I was rude to Junpei once by accident in my personal file, and I felt really bad.
My gosh.
We have to take the monorail to get
I am
there.
I am
Bet the
shocked.
last one
Potassium was
like
mean
that,
to
huh?
someone. That never happens.
Oh yeah, well, because I picked an answer thinking it was like a joke answer, but then Junpei got all...
Oh, I
Jun-
hate those.
Junpei got all depressed, and like the game wouldn't let me hang out with him for a while, and I was super sad about it. I actually just reset my system after that, I think, because I'm like, nope, I'm not saving after that.
This is my
Nope, I
favorite
want
time.
everyone to like me.
When it
Yeah.
feels
Yeah,
like
like I hate the ones that look like it'd be good. Like that makes so much sense, and then you pick it, it's like no.
Yeah, because it's like I legit thought it was gonna be a joke answer, but it wasn't, and it made me so
Oh,
sad.
That one voice actor with the YouTube channel did a fucking skit on that.
Oh yeah, he did. Like choosing hello, and it's like, hello, bitches, or something like that.
Do nothing. Still, that's fucking fucked up.
Yep.
Our stop is Port Island Station at the end of the line. From there, we walk. Have you ever heard of Tatsumi Port Island?
Yeah.
It's a man-made island. They built our school right in the middle.
The Persona 4 cast went here.
Oh look, you can see it now.
Is it a real location?
Nah. But the Persona 4 kids did go to this school and this town. Because, like, that's where they went on their field trip. And then, like, all the music during that part was Persona 3 music, which is really cool.
Morning. Well, here we are. Welcome to Gekukan High. You're gonna love it here.
Kukan?
Gekukan.
You're okay from here, right?
Is their mascot the gecko?
You should
Probably.
go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is right there to the left.
I
Are
know.
they saving you
And that
15% or
concludes
more
the
on car
tour.
insurance?
Do you have any questions before I go?
Nah, I'll be fine.
Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay? See you later.
Whoa, phrasing!
Oh yeah, no, Junpei gets on her about that later. It's kind of funny. There are
I
many...
wasn't even like, I was kind of like lost in my head for a second. Like that snapped me out. I'm like, whoa, what?
Yeah, no, Junpei calls her out exactly for the same reason. Okay, and yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that's like the fast travel thing. And there are these two. Two students are talking. He cares why you're wearing a PE uniform. School just started. These are, since they both have portraits, these are both social links, of course. If a character has an actual portrait, that means you can probably hang out with them. Except there are some characters in this game that have portraits that normally don't.
Is that like that for all games or just?
Oh, all
or
the
for
games.
All the games? Oh, so I wish I would have known that. There are so many times I was spent talking to people like, are you gonna give me a thing or not?
Yeah, the general rule is that if they have like an actual character portrait, they can become a social link. Usually. Those two are male and oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh yeah, because you hang out with someone else in this one for the sports social link. I forgot. I think her name's Rio, if I recall correctly. I know it starts with an R at least. Yeah, see, she doesn't have a portrait. Is it King Moron? He's the worst teacher ever. Well,
Wait,
no.
he's in this game?
No. I was just making a joke.
Oh, I'm like, what? Really?
Okay, it is Rio. Cool.
I got so happy. I'm like, gosh.
The only character that I can think of that's in both this and Persona 4 is one of the social links for the male protagonist. I can't remember her name though. And I'm sure there are more, but I can't think of any. Oh, speaking of Rio, is this her? Yeah, that's her. Cool, that's the person we were just talking about. Chihiro, yes, that's the name. I think I know it, but it's because my brain associates the name Chihiro with Danganronpa, so I never actually remember that.
Well, good, because Hero is awesome.
Yukiko makes a cameo in this? That's awesome! I had no clue. The furthest I've gotten in the female route is... I think I got to the point where Fuka joins? I don't know. Or maybe I barely got to the point where Akihiko joins. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played my personal file. You can't find your name. Of course I'm gonna give up, nah.
Can't find your name.
It's like, well, guess I don't have
Where's
school.
your name?
There's a small note with your name on it. Kotone Shiomi, Class F. You notice that Yukari Takeba is also on the list.
School just started and you already have an F?
You can't see it, but I just gave you the slow turn of disappointment.
I could feel it through the screen. I'm like, oh, he's doing it. He's doing the thing.
Yep. Oh, the math teacher isn't here. What? In the PS2 version, there's like a teacher here, but apparently not in this one. Oh yeah, this is the boomer teacher. There's always a boomer teacher in these games. Like like King Moron, and then there's that one like social studies teacher in Persona 5 with the glasses.
I thought you were gonna talk about the principal.
Oh no. He's not a boomer, he's just a piece of crap. I love his voice actor though. Did you know that the principal's voice actor in Persona 5 voiced the Joker at one point?
Of course he did.
Yeah, I think he did
Why
it
am I not surprised?
I think he voiced him in like one of the animated series or something. Oh,
Dude, I recently rewatched a movie from my childhood. I rewatched Batman Beyond. That movie, like I'm watching, I'm like, dude, this is amazing, and not just because it's nostalgia, but as I'm, because it was Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. It obviously had the Joker in it. As I'm watching it back, I'm like, this actually doesn't make sense, but I'm still not questioning it because in a weird way, yes, it still makes sense because they do the same thing in, well, not really the same thing, they do relatively the same thing in Batman Arkham Knight, where the Joker just implements himself in someone else's head.
That's interesting.
And it was Robin because Robin was tortured. So it's grown-up Robin being genetically. Well, he had his body being taken over by a little chip on Tim Drake's neck that he had for like decades that apparently never fell off or anything. Like, I never questioned it as a kid, but I'm watching, I'm like, that's weird, but I'm still not gonna question it because it's technically, yeah, that'll work, yeah. Because the Joker just relatively over time started taking over Tim Drake.
That makes sense. Oh, I don't want to go this way yet. Oh, come on, game.
Good movie.
It's not letting me explore. I wanted to see if I could find any other cameos. Because, like... That makes sense. Also, here's another one of our social links.
Oh.
She's only exclusive to the female protagonist route, though, because I know that she's not in the male protagonist story.
Well, then that must mean they don't want the male dating her.
Well, she just wasn't in the original game at all. Like, this is a completely new character. Same goes for the other girl we saw, Rio. I think this girl is, like, if I recall correctly, I think she's, like, held back or something. Like, she was held back a year or something like that. Oh yeah, this exchange. This is another social link that is in the original game, but I never knew it was. Like, that blonde kid, I guess you can hang out with him, but I never knew that. He's a French kid. I believe so. I think? I don't know.
Oh, are you the new student? 11th grade, correct?
Oh yeah, that's the weird thing about this game. Instead of, like, addressing everyone by, like, first, second, or third years, like in all the other ones, they address them in, like, by, like, number grades, kind of like here.
11th
Wow,
grade?
you've
11th
learned a
grade?
lot of different
What are you,
things.
American? It's third year, stupid. That's a reference to a Domix cartoon, but instead of saying the numbers, it's fucking Z and Z.
Oh, okay.
I just really love that joke
In
because
1999,
it's just so
and that was
funny.
what, 10 years
What are you,
ago?
American?
Your parents.
This part just gets me.
Oh, that just answered my question. Or what I was thinking of earlier. I was trying to think of what year this game took place in comparison to what year Persona 4 takes place in. And this game takes place in 2009.
I'm sorry. I've
When
been
did-
so busy
dude,
I
when-
didn't have time
when
to
did
read
Persona
this
4?
beforehand.
I think Persona 4 was 2010. I think.
So a whole year later. Gasp.
I'm Miss Toriumi. I teach
And
composition.
Persona
Welcome
5
to
takes
our
place
school.
in 2011.
Now, I think even though Persona 5 doesn't have like an actual year stated in the game, I think it canonically takes place in 2016,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
which is like
I
the
just-
year it came out in Japan.
I was just doing it for the sake of the
Such
joke.
enthusiasm.
That makes
We
sense.
could use more go-getters like you.
I think Miss Toriumi is a social link. I could be wrong though. And the reason I'm so uncertain is for, well, certain reasons as to why the social link is complicated. Because it's a social link where you don't actually see the character.
Have you seen the classroom assignments?
It's like
You're
a
in two
it's like an
classes.
online
That's
friend you
not
meet through playing like a computer game.
Oh,
And like I think the identity of that social link is this teacher, but I could be wrong. I heard that it was, but I don't know if that's actually true.
I get it.
But
Ow.
first, we need to go to the auditorium.
Oh, she is the
The
social link.
welcome
Okay.
ceremony will be starting soon. Follow me.
The funny thing is the PC game you play with her is Persona 2, because like the characters you're playing as are Tatsuya and Maya, both from Persona 2. And the game's called Innocent Sin, which is the name of one of the Persona 2 games. It's actually
So
the name.
she's from the second game.
No, she's not. The characters you play as in the computer game are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like each of you to remember the proverb: if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
This is Kobayakawa before he lost all his hair.
I agree with that, but but that's the thing. As a procrastinator, I don't want to do it. But as a perfectionist, I believe in that. So, like, I get to where a point, like, I know that I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it right. So I'd say I'm either gonna do it or I'm not.
Right.
So I'm not gonna do it. But if I do, oh boy, watch out. That thing's gonna be awesome.
I feel that. The principal continues with his speech. There's actually a surprising amount of voice acting in this game. Like, I was, when I was showing Kayla this for the first time, she was actually kind of surprised that it's like it feels like it has more than the original Persona 5 at least, but Persona 5 Royal added a lot more voice lines.
Yeah, there wasn't really much in Persona 5.
Like, outside of cutscenes.
Yeah, it did have a respectable amount, but not as much as it really deserved.
Oh yeah, no, Persona 5 Royal changed that. There is a lot more in Persona 5 Royal.
Got a transfer student.
It's always a transfer student.
Yep. And I've seen her too. She came
And
to school
pretty
with
sure
Yukari.
Persona 5 is the only one where like, ugh, it's the transfer student.
Yeah.
I hear.
Oh, there's the boomer teacher.
I believe it's someone in Miss Toriumi's class.
That's Igor's voice actor, by the way.
He looks like an older King Moron.
Right. With more hair and not a toupee.
Yeah. And not
I'm going to
having
get
a
you in
drinking
trouble.
problem. Well, I don't know.
Freaking King Moron when he's drunk is funny.
He going swimming in the pool, fucking King Moron's throwing up. Like, God, no.
Yep. It doesn't seem like the rumors will stop anytime soon. That's high school for you.
Ain't that the truth?
That's why I'm definitely glad to be out of it.
Hell yeah, like people like, oh, I wanna, like, I never understood that. Like, even as a kid, people like, oh, I want to be a kid again, I'll be young. Like, no, you don't. You want your youth back. You don't want to be young again. Being young sucks.
Oh yeah. No, I would love the energy I had when I was younger. That's what I always associate it with, because as I'm a very out of shape adult who's tired all the time, and I miss not being tired all the time.
What's up, dude?
Oh, I know that voice.
You look like a deer in headlights.
It's our boy. What do you want? Now I'm gonna be nice to him. I feel bad for making him sad in my personal file.
Me?
Aw, just even that's what you said. The fucking just what do you want?
Nah, it wasn't that. It was during a, not necessarily. It's da 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 da. I'm the man. It was during one of these social links.
I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you.
Or it was during one of the, I think it was like him inviting me to a social, no, it was a social link event, never mind.
I transferred here when I was in 8th grade.
But like in this game, if you say the wrong answers, you can actually upset the characters and they won't hang out with you for a while.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you have to like hang out with them again and get them to forgive you before you can start progressing their social link again.
Well, at least you can save yourself.
Oh, of course. Like, I made Chihiro really mad in one of my playthroughs because, initially I was gonna date her, but I ended up dating Yukari instead. And, I just ignored, like, her invites because, the characters here will, like, invite you to, like, festivals and stuff. And I made her really mad because I, like, ignored all her invites and stuff. And so she was just mad the rest of the playthrough.
So
I
on
know
the
how tough
Valentine's
it is
Day
being
where
the new kid.
the day confesses their love, she appeared and she kicked you square in the nuts.
Yep. There is no Valentine's Day date in this one.
So I
That
thought
just
I'd
ruins
check
the
up
joke.
on you. Sure you weren't freaking out on your first day.
There are reasons for why. Although it doesn't make sense because you do survive past Valentine's Day. But... whatever.
At it again, huh? Honestly, is there any girl you wouldn't hit on?
Yeah, this line isn't here if you play as the male protagonist, I believe.
Did you ever think you might
See,
be
that's what she
following someone?
says. That's what she says when you're playing as the male social link. So, like, it skips over that previous line.
What? But I was just being
Like I said, like, playing the female protagonist changes a lot about the game.
If you say so. Anyway,
Some coincidence that we'd be in the same homeroom, huh? You too?
Hello? Did you forget I'm in this class too? Come on, let me in on the fun.
One thing I love about this game is that they actually introduce all the characters, like, basically right up front. And then, like, they join your party gradually, but, like, you get more time to know them.
By the way,
This is
you guys
nice.
know each other?
Yeah.
I heard you two came to school together this morning.
Like, there are only 3 characters in this game that you meet kind of later on. Oh yeah, I know you can't finish a social link without romancing them. I found that really dumb. But that also gave me the impression that it was the same in the other games, so I was surprised when I found out that you can finish a social link without romancing that option. Like, I didn't know that was a thing in the other games because of FES.
Wait,
Couple of
you
cuties
can
like
finish
you
a social
walking
link
side
and
by
not date
side.
them?
Yeah,
The whole class was buzzing about you.
Oh.
I did that with Naoto in my Persona 4 playthrough, regrettably, but that's because I wanted the protagonist to date Rise, but still, you can totally finish a social link off without actually dating the character. You just have to choose the right option.
In both. Oh my gosh. I thought that would fuck with the social link.
No, it's as long as you choose the one that doesn't make them, like, end up dating you, you can progress the social link, like, without them actually ending up with you.
And getting the rewards.
Yeah, like, you can still, like, you still get everything, but
Could you just cut it
My
out?
gosh,
I
I
hate
wish I
dealing
would
with
have
rumors
known
like
that when I was playing Persona 5.
why is that?
Because I spent so much time getting everyone to like level 9 until I finally chose mostly because it was canon, I wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I'm used to it, but she just got here, you know? Don't you feel bad spreading rumors like that?
I just, like, I can't say I just realized this, but I just remembered, I guess, that the
I
character...
just remembered I made a realization a while ago.
That's exactly what it is.
I've had that moment.
Yeah, no, it's like, I just remembered that, like, all the characters of the Lover's Arcana are usually the canon love interests in these games.
Right.
I think it applies in Innocent Sin, because the character Lisa, I think she's of the Lover's Arcana. I could be wrong, but I think she is, and she's technically the canon love interest, but also that's the only Persona game in which the male protagonist can actually date another male character. Because, like, the character June is also a love interest, and he's a male character.
I feel like
I've
even
gotta go
if
take care of
that
some
hadn't
archery
been pointed
team
out, I
stuff.
feel like we
Don't
would
try
still
anything funny.
get
You got
that,
that,
because
Junpei?
I mean, it just makes sense. Because, like, oh, what could be canon? How about the lovers? Because it's a video game, they need a way to signify it.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to Persona 1,
Have it
though.
point to it.
I don't actually know if there's a character with the Lover's Arcana in Persona 1, because there are 2 love interests in Persona 1, but I don't think either of them are of the Lover's Arcana.
What is she, your nanny? Well, just to clear something up, I seriously didn't come over here to hit on you or anything. If you ever have a problem, you can tell your old pal Junpei about it.
Yeah, Junpei is actually a pretty cool guy. I mean, he can be a little sexist, but aside from that, he's cool.
No prob. My door's always open, so to speak.
He's very much a bro-type character.
Whoa, check out the jocks on the run. Hey, did anyone tell you about the school clubs yet?
Not yet, because we can't join yet.
Girls can join too, so why not do it if you're interested? You'd be joining as a new member, though, so you won't be able to apply for a little while.
That part's funnier playing as the male protagonist, because it says that you and Junpei exchange dirty jokes on your way home. It's pretty great.
Welcome back.
That's amazing.
Right?
I love that they had to specify what kind of jokes that were being told.
Oh, of course. I mean, they're both high school boys, so there you have it.
Right.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Oh, thanks, so. Very nice. I can always count on you for help-friendly advice.
I love that song.
I know, right? I could go with game.
Oh my gosh, for some reason, I didn't read that sentence as just killing time, and like my brain immediately processed it as just killing, and my brain's like, killing what? Killing what?
Everyone. You're killing everyone.
Oh no, she's Morgana.
No, we're not tired.
Well, to be fair, it is early on in the game. There's like nothing to do. Wait, there's something I gotta check. This is the room for the male protagonist. Okay, I had to check it. Oh, it all says the same. I feel like it said something dramatic at some point, like indicating that the male protagonist is supposed to be there.
I like how, I don't know if it's like that for every Pokemon, but in the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, depending if you were a boy or a girl would depend on what side of the little clearing you were living on. Like, yeah, you had two houses, but depending on which one.
Oh yeah, I remember that because like whatever gender you chose, the other gender is like your rival, right?
Well, it's a friend, but yeah, it's a rival.
Yeah, well, like they're counted as your rival because it's like someone you battled throughout the game.
The only exception would be the first one, which was Red was your rival. He was also a dude.
Oh well, well, you play as Red and Blue is your rival.
Yeah, but it's not a girl.
Oh yeah, well they didn't introduce a female character until Pokemon Crystal, not Pokemon Gold and Silver, because in those you only played as a male character. But then Crystal had a female protagonist, but your gender didn't affect the rival. The rival in that game was just like this really rude guy who like stole Pokemon.
Dude.
Oh yeah, he's not a good guy. He does develop as the game goes on though, but just a little. He's still rude by the end of the game. But like he starts realizing, oh, maybe I shouldn't be rude.
Maybe I shouldn't be a dick all the time.
Exactly. Also, we're about to see my favorite boy. Well, my second favorite boy. Yes, he's voiced by my.
Looks like you.
He's voiced by my my boy Liam O'Brien from Critical Role, and I love him for that.
It's like you from Persona 4.
Yeah, he's got like the hair, but it's just shorter.
You seen the newspapers lately?
It's like, oh yeah, it's him. It's just a younger him.
Yep. His best.
Meanwhile-
What?
No, it's just like meanwhile he sounds like way older.
Oh yeah. Well, his voice actor is completely bless Akihiko. I love him so much. His best friend is my favorite character though. His best friend is amazing.
I know.
Yep, even Mitsuru is agreeing with me.
People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately.
Apathy syndrome is like depression so bad that it literally leaves you brain dead.
They say it's due to stress, but
Yeah, it's like the longer the game goes on, you start seeing more and more people like just sitting on the streets looking like zombies, and that's them being affected by apathy syndrome. Like this game is about depression.
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
Well, it's also about accepting death and like learning to just live your life without like being afraid of it.
you have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own?
Don't worry. I'm just getting a little practice.
The morals in this game are so good. I love it.
This isn't
Or the
a game
lessons,
to
I
be
suppose, is the better phrasing.
Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, we're almost to the full moon already.
Dum,
The rumor come out.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
It's Hanako, or whatever that one Japanese, like, urban legend is. I think that's
What?
referenced in one of the Persona games, though. There's this Japanese folklore about like this ghost girl that hides in bathrooms, kind of like Moaning Myrtle in Harry Potter. I think her name's Hanako. I could be wrong though.
What are you talking about? We're not looking at bathroom.
Oh no, someone mentioned a rumor about a bathroom. That's why I was.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so confused for a second. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yep, they're describing apathy syndrome right there. Oh yeah, it is, but not for at least another 80 to 100 hours. It actually took me longer to get to the end of this game than it took me to get to the end of Persona 4. Zenzu or Zenzo Kasai. Utsubo Kubota. I believe that's the name I need to remember for this class question. Hey, like the creator of Earthbound.
What if that was intentional?
Nah, I doubt it. Because like, I'm sure there are plenty of people like that. Oh, yep, here we go. Itsubo Kubota.
Who does she like?
Yep. A lot of the class questions in this are like, your friends not knowing the answer to something, so they just turn towards you and like, hey, what's the answer?
Oh, you mean like they did that a few times in 4.
Yeah, and they don't have it in Persona 5, but I think they added it in Persona 5 Royal. I like the name Kotone. I'm glad I chose that one, instead of going with the one I usually go with. Yeah, and instead of academics increasing, when you like get an answer right, like sometimes your charm will increase instead.
And you got more popular.
Yep. Oh, there's a save point game. Ugh. Oh yeah, this guy. He's also voiced by Igor's voice actor, the guy you're about to hear.
Oh, she's back.
So,
Who's
this
a
is our
girl?
new guest.
No, this guy. Also, this is the guy that I based Mr. Tuoko after. Like, this is what he looks like in my head, just with a little more facial hair.
Yeah, that is not what I saw at
Good evening.
all.
My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm
I
the
was
chairman of the board
imagining
for your
him
school.
much more older.
Oh yeah, well, you kind of envision a lot of the characters like the opposite of the ages they are. Like, didn't you mention that you envision Millicent and Horace being a lot younger than they actually are or something?
Like, how old are they in the books?
They're like slightly older than middle-aged.
Yeah, I thought they were like slightly younger than
Oh yeah, no. They're like around their 50s, 60s. And Mr. Tuoko is like in his 40s, which I feel like this guy is more like in his mid-30s, but still.
Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it?
Mhm.
That's why I don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes.
It took me so long to realize this was Igor's voice actor.
I apologize about the confusion regarding your
I can
accommodations.
barely hear it.
When you hear like regular Igor, you'll definitely hear it.
However, it may
Because
take a
usually
while
Igor
longer before you
talks, like,
receive the
with a
proper
little bit
room
of a
assignment.
higher pitch.
Oh yeah, we'll be meeting real Igor soon.
Is there anything you'd like to ask? To welcome you, of course. Speaking
Oh,
of
I heard
which,
it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Mitsuru, Yukari?
She's
As
upstairs.
soon as he said to the thing, I'm like, oh, I heard it.
As diligent as always.
So,
Although
it's
it
like
doesn't
it's
hurt
to
to
the
come down and say hello.
So,
Mm-hmm. He has a very distinct voice. He also voices a character in the newest Fire Emblem, which confused the hell out of me for reasons I'll explain later, but
Do you have another question? There were only 4 students in this dorm.
Question.
You,
Hmm?
Yukari here,
Oh.
Mitsuru.
He's just like, do you have another question? Like, yeah, what's a question?
It's like, you asked it.
And a senior
Or
named
you asked one.
Akihiko Sanada.
Akihiko, second best boy.
I hope you all get along.
Ooh, is it Hanneman? Yeah, it's Hanneman. Like, it took me forever to realize that, but then, like, I was like, why does he sound so familiar? And, yeah, it's freaking this voice actor. I think his name is Dan something. I can't remember his last name, but I remember his first name being Dan.
Do you have another question? You saw something strange. Like what? You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it.
Stop thinking about things.
It's like, could it be that strange gas station attendant that touched your hand for no reason? Nope, you're just tired, so stop thinking about things.
It's better.
I love that. I love that video.
As soon as he said, no, you're just tired, I'm just like, stop thinking about things. It sounded so much like the fucking comic dub.
Right, and I've made it a monthly tradition to make sure I watch that video every month.
Absolutely.
Something doesn't seem right, you don't say. I feel like that's big foreshadowing, and I won't say why.
Do you have another question?
Do you have another question?
Then I hope you have a successful school year. Now, if you'll excuse
Oh, like, are
me,
you just never gonna talk to him again?
Oh no, oh believe me, no, he's quite important to the game's story.
The way he said it, just like,
you
so
must
have
be
a good
tired
school
from
year.
all the excitement.
Shut
See ya.
up, Morgana.
Have a good later.
As they say, the early bird catches the bookworm.
I love his character design.
Please forgive the bad pun.
Not the bookworm at all. That's not the phrase. How dare you?
Yukari is not having it.
You'll get used to his
I'm
lame
not having it
jokes.
either.
Shut up, game.
Working hard? So, how's
Is
she
it
doing?
working?
Hardly working. Ikutsuki is a character I want to like, but due to some other stuff, I just can't. I feel that, but I don't want to say it, but I don't know. I have a thing for a certain type of characters, and I won't. You know what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about the exact same stuff that you're talking about. I
love all this speaking code talk.
I know, well, it's all about spoilers, and I don't want to say anything, because it's so good.
She went to bed a little while ago. She's asleep now.
This game just gets very crazy.
Mr. Chairman, do you think she's...
It does have a bit of a slow start, but, I mean, all the Persona games do.
Well, let's wait and see for now.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, yeah.
The dark hour is approaching.
Well, they have a lot to introduce, so they kind of have to have, like, a slow beginning.
Right.
It's
That's why they just make their games longer and spread them out.
Oh, yeah. This game is quite long.
This sucks.
I love that they give this insignificant NPC a character portrait. He didn't, like... Well, I guess I can't say he didn't have one in the original, because in the original, this was one of the anime cutscenes.
Maybe so, just in case you play the game and then go to a different version, or maybe the movie.
Yeah.
Persona 3's had movies, right?
Yeah, there are 4 of them, and they're all really good. I love them.
Boom, so you can remember that guy in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I solved it.
The freaking last movie made me cry at least 3 times. It was so good. Oh yeah, also, Vincent from Catherine makes a cameo in this game, or in this version of the game.
Like, it's just straight up Vincent?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he shows up in this, like, you know the club that the Persona 4 kids went to when they came to this town?
Right.
Yeah, he shows up in that club.
What?
Yeah. He's just sitting
Oh my God.
he's sitting at the bar drinking, like, lamenting over his life choices.
We need to find that.
Right?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
I'm awake.
Oh yeah, I'll probably be streaming for another hour because 6:30 is usually when I go to bed, and some other information, another piece of media that ties in. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay, not exactly Vincent. Okay, because I know that the game doesn't call him Vincent, but I feel like it is like a reference.
The time is now midnight.
Oh yeah, and there's also a Persona 1.
The Midnight Channel.
There's a Persona 1 reference in this game too. Like that it's a thing that like it makes Persona 1 canon to this game's world in a way. Which is funny because Persona 2 is treated merely as a PC game. Well, Innocent Sin. I think Eternal Punishment is the canon one. Stuff's about to get spooky.
They're both canon. One just takes place in an alternate universe.
Well, I mean, it's true. Innocent Sin is the alternate universe.
Jesus.
Yep, like I said,
Black Buff.
it's about to get spooky.
Sir, I will have none of what you're selling. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. No, thank you.
And that scene was animated in the original.
No, because horror nightmares.
Oh yeah. Well,
She's still
the original intent for Persona was that it was like a horror RPG series. So it's like this still maintains the semblance of that.
The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
An ordinary
It's not-
person.
Wait, what?
Then
He just
she
turns
must
into a
be-
coffin? He just
Yep.
turns into a thing? He turns from an organic matter into a coffin.
Yep.
Yep.
As you can see, she's
They're
returned
not
to
bodies
human
in a
form.
coffin, they just turn into a coffin.
They literally transform into one, yes.
She's asleep, but she's definitely experiencing the dark hour.
Why?
Because Persona 3.
The only question that remains is whether or
Why
not she has the
coffins? Why
potential.
aren't they just in coffins?
Although
Mhm.
she must.
Yeah.
If
These
she
are questions you don't really
would have prayed
ask when playing these games.
That was the first thing I did. I was like, what?
In any case, we should continue to monitor her for a few more days.
You don't have that time.
Yes, sir.
I feel kind of bad though, spying on her like this.
Yep. You look tired. Now go to bread.
Oh my gosh, I love that video.
It's so good.
It is.
And Bruce too.
Oh yep, we're about to meet the Chad. The biggest Chad in the series.
One of your fans?
Everyone knows this music. Yep.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Yeah.
My name is Igor. I am
The
delighted
nose.
to make your acquaintance.
It's always the nose.
Oh yeah. I am so happy Marie calls him that.
This place
I'm
exists
still- I
between
can't get
dream
over the
and
mistake
reality.
thing.
Mine
Oh
and
my gosh, right. Marie is freaking amazing.
Only those
best.
who have signed the contract can enter this place.
Yep, and we signed it.
Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room.
I love that he has like a slight accent.
You are
Right,
destined to
yeah.
hone your
You
unique
can
ability.
kinda notice it.
And you
Yeah.
will require my help to do so. I only ask one thing in return. That you
Your
abide
soul.
by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make.
Yep. This question was way more impactful in Persona 1.
Hold on to this.
Yeah.
There is still one more resident of this room who unfortunately could not be present for your arrival.
Mm-hmm. We'll meet him soon.
But I'll make sure you two are properly introduced. Another time,
Sounds like he wants to freaking hook you guys up. Sounds like he's like, ooh, the perfect match made.
The funny thing is, that's technically what's happening.
Oh my god.
Well, because like you can date the Velvet Room assistants in every game, basically.
Yeah.
Even 5, you can date both of the twins.
Well, yeah. Well,
One
they
of the twins.
well they turn into Lavenza, yeah.
Right.
Also, actually,
No, I don't want Lavenza. I want one of the twins, the one with the left eye patch.
Same. Great role model. I never actually fell asleep at school, now that I think about it.
Breaks out a rolling pin, or a fucking, like a piece of bread. It's like, haha, on the roll. Haha. Other roll jokes.
Yep, that's the boomer teacher. Whenever I hear these songs now, I can only think of the versions in the dancing game.
I understand that.
Well, I've played the dancing game so much. Nah, I stay awake for these. I've never actually fallen asleep in class in this game.
Can you fall asleep in this class?
Yeah.
Good.
What?
It's actually
The game doesn't tend that that's an option.
yeah, it's an important mechanic because like exhaustion is a thing and being tired is not good. Because in this game, like the exhaustion is like a system in the other Persona games, but in this one, if you get too tired, you end up sick and you can't go to Tartarus for a few days.
Okay, I understand having them fucking freak out in this game for, hey, you're tired, go to bed. But what the fuck is with the other ones then? Like, if it doesn't matter of exhaustion. That's like, what?
Well, I mean, the exhaustion does matter in combat because I think it reduces like your accuracy and stuff.
Well, I'm talking about like 5.
Yeah, oh, it works the same way in that. Like, when you talk to people in safe rooms, they'll generally tell you, like, how they're feeling, and they'll give an indication when they're feeling tired, and then, like...
I thought that was just their health.
No, that's just, like, that's their exhaustion level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Usually, once I filled up their health, they were fine.
Oh, no, it's like, it reduces their accuracy and stuff.
Did not know that.
That's why, like, once everyone starts getting tired, that's usually when you want to leave the dungeon. Or when Joker starts getting tired. Oh, I forgot about this song. I love this song.
Have you come here before? A lot of Gekukan students come here after school. There's a karaoke box and a CD shop. Oh, and a really great cafe, too. There's also a nightclub, but that's kinda not for us yet.
We'll go there anyway. I mean, the Persona 4 kids did. Why can't we? Uh-huh. You're not gonna be singing that for long.
20 minutes.
I love how fast the load times are when you're not actually using a physical disc.
Just like, alright, next thing is in.
Yep. You'll get one later. I used to be a good cook, but then I got lazy. Or well,
Just get that. You still have the memory of the cooking.
Oh yeah, I guess what I mean is I can't afford the ingredients I used to be able to like use and stuff.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'll just progress the plot because now we're gonna actually get to the combat. An hour and 15 minutes later. Like we just said, Persona games have long intros. But I mean, speaking of long intros, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 takes the cake there.
Well, I don't know. You can kind of speed run it.
True, but it's still quite long.
The same
Because
as
you
last
don't actually have to do any of the jobs. You can just go right. But yeah, I got money.
Well, let's slap
It's
some
all
shadows
simula-
around, you know it.
It's all simulation. He's in
Even
a
those who
fucking
have the potential tend to
he's
be
in a
unstable
hologram
at
thing.
first.
The beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 is the entirety of Danganronpa 2.
Memory loss, disorientation.
No. No.
It's just as sad though.
I was still so fucking surprised that it said, "Oh, by the way, you're halfway through the game." When like everyone that's dead, that's going to be dead, is dead.
Yep.
It's like, what do you mean it's halfway through the game? You're not halfway. What?
But we're treating her like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard she's in your class. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade? A female classmate at that.
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Weird or anything.
Oh, here we go.
Command room. Is that you, Akihiko?
You're not gonna believe this. This thing is huge. Unfortunately, I don't have time
That's what she
to
said.
talk.
I knew you'd say that. I was gonna say it, but I knew you'd handle it for me.
I wanted to let you guys know.
Like, I'm like, should I say this? I'm like, nope, can't help it.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
I'm like Michael Scott in that regard. Like, can't help
Mr.
it.
Chairman,
Yep.
let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Right. Be careful.
His glasses are doing the anime thing.
What do you mean?
Like when the lenses light up to where you can't see the eyes.
Oh.
Because like the reflection.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Hey Liam O'Brien.
Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes,
It's always
but not
time
an
to
ordinary
jump
one.
And jump around. Jump around.
What the? You've got to be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for
Nope.
the command room.
Not kidding you.
Takeba, go upstairs and wake her up. Then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Like I had a choice.
Wow, way
What are
to
you
call him
waiting
out
for,
like that.
Yukari?
Like,
Right.
good job.
I'm going. Wake up! Sorry, I'm coming in. I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now.
There's no time to explain.
I was thinking that exact same thing, honestly.
You from the future.
Wait. Take this, just in case.
Naginata, yes.
Okay, let's go. Follow me.
No other Persona character has this kind of weapon, I don't think.
All right, we should be safe now.
Kind of disappointed that no personas that or no persona characters that I've seen have a scythe.
Yeah, I don't think any of them have one.
Yes, I
Scythes
hear
are
you.
awesome.
The Reaper has one. I
That's
think.
an excellent point, but can we recruit the Reaper?
If you hack the game, probably. I don't know. Can you get the Reaper organically? I don't think so.
No, but there is a few personas, like there's Death,
Let's go back.
like
Yeah.
the White Rider.
Or in Pale Rider, like all the
Yeah.
they have a name for those in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne because those are all like story relevant characters in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
Can't believe it, Kingdom Hearts 2.
I want to romance the Reaper in Persona 6. Who doesn't?
Socialing, go! Oh god! We're here in the river of hell!
The river
It'll
Styx.
be like our date! Ah.
It's getting closer. Keep moving.
Oh my gosh, imagine social links with the Reaper. That would be so funny.
It's like, oh, bonus, social link level 3 with the Reaper. The Reaper was less likely to attack you for opening chest.
Or in this game, he just appears if you...
Blast.
The Reaper in this game works similarly to how it works in Persona 5, where if you stay too long on a floor in Tartarus, he'll appear, and then sometimes he'll just appear for fun.
You know, like he does.
Yeah,
I think we're safe for now.
it's so dumb. I hate it. The Reaper made me stop playing this game for a long time because I kept getting freaked out by him. Because, like, there's this one time where he was actually blocking the stairs, and I'm like, I can't get out.
Asshole. It's like, fight me!
I think there are some floors where he's, like, guaranteed to spawn no matter what.
You gotta be kidding
That's
me.
a lot of hands.
Yep.
You climbed up the wall?
There. They're on the roof.
That gigantic shadow. Just what is it we're dealing with?
Let's go, Mitsuru. Wait.
That's the thing that attacked this place. We call them shadows.
He'll spawn much quicker on the treasure floors. Oh yeah, like with all the rare shadows.
Oh yeah, I have to fight. I can summon mine.
Like, oh yeah, I have to put my life in danger.
Well, I mean, it's either do that or die.
Here goes.
Oh, this song is so good. I forgot how much I love the battle themes in this game. Do it, Laura Bailey. Do it. Yeah.
Yes, do it.
This song is so good. Yeah. There's Orpheus.
And a gun!
Oh. And there's my boy Thanatos.
Looks like a fucking boss. Not a beginning fucking... Looks like an endgame boss, not a beginning fucking persona.
It's very funny you say that, actually.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
What on earth was that?
That scene is a lot more graphic in the original.
Not surprised.
That was not great.
Oh yeah, well, because like this is all using the combat cutscenes. Like in the original game, this is all in anime form.
The curse of the handhelds.
Even though I'm playing this on PC.
Is it over?
It's an emulator. So.
You thought it was Orpheus, but it was I, Thanatos. Oh my gosh. I love that. And now we'll get to actually fight it.
It's still moving. No! Get away from me!
What
Is
if...
it alive now?
Oh yes, her battle theme. This theme is great. My boy Lotus Juice.
Take the battle.
Alright, don't crash like you did on the PSP. The first time I played this, when trying to level up, the game just froze and stopped working.
my god.
Or actually, specifically, it was when I was playing this version on the PS Vita. It never did this on the actual physical copy, but the digital copy
Wow.
did.
Naturally did.
You know, 'cause that makes sense. My freaking... That kind of happening with my Black Ops 3 on my PS3. Like, it'll launch, but it gets... Once you get past the first screen, it'll, like, freeze up. And you can't get past. Like, it won't load in.
Oh,
The
that
only way you can
sucks.
get it to load in is by going offline, getting in, and then going online.
Oh, that's weird. That sounds inconvenient.
Yeah, that's why I don't play it anymore.
Oh shit. We're dead.
Even though my favorite freaking... Oh, good job.
Well, the game just ended.
Are you okay? Come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, because my favorite maps
Please.
are on that one.
Can you hear me? Answer me.
No, we're not gonna answer. We're going to the Velvet Room.
Of course.
Go fuck yourself. See you later.
Like I said, we
Ah,
died.
dude.
It's game over.
I'll be over here in
You
the
became
handicap spot.
unconscious after awakening to your
Oh, it's D&D logic. We're not dead, we're just unconscious. We gotta make some death saving throws, though.
I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your calling.
Don't use the curse dice.
All my dice are
God.
cursed, man.
That power is
Not
called
the way
persona.
fucking Amelia's
It
was
is
the other day.
a
That
manifestation
other
of your
shit.
soul.
That was like, will you please?
A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli. You can think of it as
Gasp.
a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships.
Yep. Some people rip their masks off their faces.
Some people punch a car.
When you use your persona ability, you must channel your strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others.
Social links.
I know your friend's about to die in a few
So
days,
do
but I
it.
really need you to join a sports club.
Social links, the more powerful your persona ability. Please remember that.
Dude, you gotta stop scrubbing those walls. I can't stop, man.
These balls are on fire. Ah.
Now then, time marches on in your world.
I really love that it says be a dick and leave.
I know, like, that's an actual, like, dialogue option in the game. It's so good.
It's amazing.
I shouldn't
I love
keep you
it.
here any longer.
I love it when the game developers, like,
Next
professional
time
game release,
will come
yeah,
here of your
has
own
something like
accord.
that. It's like, yes, I approve.
Yes.
Until then,
Farewell.
farewell.
I play this game a lot. Can you guys tell?
Yes. Absolutely.
I love this game so much. All versions of this game are great.
Just wish it was more easily available.
Right? I hope they do port it to PC after the success of Persona 4 Golden.
Watch as they remaster it.
I hope they do. They really need, like, a definitive
So-
edition.
Yeah, the Persona 5 Royal, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 3...
Gun.
You're awake.
and
Gun.
a gun! Same joke.
How do you
Works
feel?
anyway.
Thank goodness you finally came to. I was so worried about you. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted.
A definitive P3 would be right. Like, one that combines all the versions in one game. We really need that. Because the fact that all of these are separate and on different consoles is very unfortunate. We need one definitive edition with everything in it.
I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. But your power, it was amazing.
Yeah, I just summoned the God of Death.
What of it?
Yeah.
You mean the shadows?
Just an average Tuesday.
Yeah.
They're what we're
It's
fighting
Wednesday,
against.
shut up.
Oh yeah, Joe, this is something you'll appreciate. All the main personas in this game are all inspired by Greek mythology.
I love that.
Like, Orpheus is like a... I think the story of Orpheus is like a... He was like a guy who's his wife was like taken into the underworld or something, and he like went to go find her and like couldn't and he ended up getting stuck there forever, or something like that. And then
Yup.
Thanatos is the god of death, of course, and hers is Io. I don't know Io's story, but it sounds familiar. And then Junpei's is Hermes, and everyone knows Hermes.
And the
Yeah,
power
we
you
would.
used, we call it persona. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before.
And then Mitsuru's...
Whoa, the protagonist isn't the first one to get a persona?
Yeah, everyone else already has theirs.
Wow.
Except for
Sounds like-
Junpei. Well, he will get his soon, but we don't actually see him getting it.
I wanted to tell you
Because,
that.
like, there aren't really Persona Awakening scenes in this game.
So unfortunate.
I'm sort of like you.
Just everyone's already awakened.
Yeah? So, like, you're just kind of
They
late
know
to the party.
truth.
My dad died
Rarely
in an
happens.
accident when I was little.
That gets important later.
My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms.
Hmm.
You're all alone too, right?
I relate to that.
To be honest, I already know about your past.
Snooping as usual, I see.
Oh, of
I
course.
wanted you to know about mine. It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area.
It was one.
So was I.
I was 2, because I was born in 97.
Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened.
My brother was born in 99, though.
He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm
Every time
hoping that
someone
if I
says a
stick
year,
around
like
long
around
enough,
that time, I
I'll
can't
find
help
out
but think, like,
something.
ooh, how old was I then?
Right?
That's why I'm going to Gekkokan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too.
The more I play this game, the more I appreciate the lore behind it. There's so much going on in the background, and I love it.
I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward.
Like, compared to Personas 4 and 5, this game has, like, way more recurring themes. And it's like, instead of the stories being kind of self-contained within each dungeon, it's all one ongoing story with, like, stuff from the past, like, coming back all the time. It's really interesting, and I love the way this game's story is written.
That's awesome.
Really?
I will be
But
right
still.
back.
Alright.
Stomach you.
Ah, I understand that.
And here I am telling you all this the minute you wake up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him. As soon
That's-
as he wakes up, I'll tell him the truth.
That is definitely not changed.
I think they used the voice clip from the original game there.
Fair enough, but couldn't re-record that dialogue for the portable version.
Which is funny, because they re-recorded plenty of lines. I think this one just kind of went under the radar. There are a couple more that are like that. Like, I think Junpei addresses the protagonist as him at some point later on, too.
So, thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up. Oh, and you don't have to be formal around me or anything. Us second-year girls gotta stick up for each other after all. Bye.
Oh. Oh yeah, we were gone for like over a week or something.
Yeah. Also 420.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's this part of the game. I forgot about this. Aw. She addressed her by her first name. I think the game forces me to anyway, so that's not going to be an issue.
Yep.
Alright.
I suddenly wear a samurai helmet.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm.
Mud huts. Well, technically we answered right.
It's slightly more popular.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, the game just forces me.
Yeah.
I will save again, though.
No, it's leaving.
Oh, all the time. Cool, went from the first floor to the fourth floor. That's how that works.
Seamless.
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. I'm glad that you're okay. I wasn't sure what I'd do if anything had happened to you. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you.
That's weird. That voice line was like slightly louder than the other ones.
Please, have a seat. Oh, before that, I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko.
My boy.
How you doing?
I love him.
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
Excuse me?
Do you remember the night you came here? You had to have noticed the signs.
Let's romance him. I really want to, but I want to romance Shinji for story reasons, and I think you know why.
The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere. Didn't it feel like you were in a different time? That's the dark hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
I guess it's more like something people aren't aware of. But the dark hour does exist. It occurs each
Yeah.
night at midnight.
I actually didn't know that was a thing. Actually, it's funny, a friend of my mom's told me that was a thing, that if you date Shinji, that changes. And I was very impressed, and now I actually want to see it firsthand.
It'll happen tonight, and every night to come.
Every 365 days in the year.
Yep.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins.
Okay, so they are inside the coffins. I wish Joe was here to see this. Because earlier he was asking, they transform into coffins, they don't actually go inside them. And I was all like, yeah, they turn into coffins, but no, I stand corrected.
But that's not what makes the dark hour so interesting. You saw those creatures.
Yep.
We call them shadows. They only appear during the dark hour and attack anyone not in a coffin.
This was the first game in the series that called them shadows. In the previous ones, they were called demons because they were still going by
Shin Megami.
Yeah, they were still going by Shin Megami Tensei logic.
It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
This game still has remnants of Shin Megami Tensei logic, but they really took them out when Persona 4 came around.
Akihiko,
Yep.
why are you always like that?
Persona 5 has some, though. Like, the ending of Persona 5 is very Shin Megami Tensei-esque.
You just got hurt the other day.
Now. He does his work well. Long story short, we're the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, C's for short. On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows.
I wonder what the school board thought of that name. They're like, oh, what kind of club are you running? And they're just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's like a supernatural study group or whatever.
Mitsuru is the leader.
That's my headcanon for what happened. Because they had to get it registered somehow.
A shadow
Yeah.
feeds on the mind of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse.
Yep.
They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of an instance in which someone defeated one without needing a persona. Yamaoka didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I can't really think of any. Usually, like, even in the Personas 1 and 2, when demons attacked, like, that was when they awoke to their personas and were able to fight back.
Which means it's all up to you guys. I'm glad you're quick to understand.
That would be interesting. It's like, we have a proposition for you. Just open the suitcase
Gun.
and it's a gun.
What he's trying to say
Gun.
is,
Yep.
we want
To be
you
fair,
join
we
us.
already have a weapon with us, so it's like it's not too out of the ordinary.
We've prepared an evoker for you. We'd like you to lend us your strength.
I was afraid you'd say no. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad. Oh, I almost forgot. About your room assignment. Why don't you just stay here, in your current room? I don't know what the holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Seriously, it's like, even if you figured stuff out, what else is gonna change? Like, just keep the same room. It makes no sense otherwise.
Hold up. Wasn't that... Oh, never mind.
Man, playing through this game again, I'm remembering how much of the second Black Crystal book was inspired by all of this.
I still have yet to read that.
It's, I think it's Brennan's favorite book in the series. Joe's favorite is the third book. My personal...
Your third book is longer than the first two.
The third book is insane. I think it's like 800 something pages. It's ridiculously long.
I'm looking forward to reading it.
Oh yeah, it took me 2 years to write that damn thing. It's so long. It's really good though. I enjoyed writing it. It's very disturbing though. Like, reading through it when I was editing it, I was actually kind of disturbed going through it again. I'm like, I wrote this? Jeez. It gets bad. It was because it was around the time I got into the Castlevania anime, so my writing started getting very gruesome. Yeah, being in the hospital is exhausting. I thankfully haven't had to go to the hospital since I was 6 years old, but still. At least not for my own personal medical reasons, but still.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We know who you are, so I'm not going to ask that stupid question.
I'm always with you.
Mm-hmm. I love that line. When you know who this kid really is, this makes so much freaking sense.
Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
Thanks, that sounds so condescending.
Yeah.
The end of everything. But to be honest, I don't really know what it is.
It's just the end of everything, my dude. It's in the phrase.
Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation. depending on where you end up.
Oh, we have no salvation, my dude.
Do you remember when we
Well,
first met?
technically we do. It depends on how you look at things philosophically. This game gets deep.
I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then. See you later.
This kid, like, comes off as creepy, but he's actually really cool. Understandably so. I love the way they write Yukari's relationship with Mitsuru. It develops really well.
I thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
I've been there. Even though I've never fallen asleep in class, but still. I've always felt like I could.
Can I have a minute? Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone. I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Alright. Thanks for giving us the specifics. Funny.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan. Do I sense some hostility?
Of course.
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just... Never mind. Let's go.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure we learn what her issue is with Mitsuru later on, but like way later on in the game.
About earlier, it's not that I don't like her or anything, you know? Oh, I'm talking about Mitsuru-senpai. Why does Junpei always have to talk about stuff that isn't any of his business, huh?
Probably because he's bored.
Plus, he says it all in the creepiest, most perverted way. He's like the poster boy for sexual harassment. You know, last year he...
Junpei is one of those characters you can very easily talk crap about.
Welcome back.
We were waiting for you. There's someone I want to introduce.
Huh?
They're supposed to be in the lounge, but that looks like the meeting room on the 4th floor in the background.
This is the exact same room that we were in last night.
Yeah.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Yeah, what the heck? Because, like, the lounge looks different. I don't know why they have this background.
Mm.
What's up?
Junpei's joined the party.
Junpei? Why are you here?
This is Junpei Hiyori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
Oh, we know.
Alright, I'm back. I apologize.
Oh yeah,
What
no
the mac?
worries.
He's staying
Oh yeah,
here?
also,
You've got to be kidding me.
the game confirmed the thing about the coffins while you were gone. They don't turn into coffins, they are indeed sleeping inside them.
Okay, because I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, no, like, yeah, the game straight up, like, said that earlier.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
Don't say that, that's Ryuji's phrase.
You found me crying like a baby in a convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins.
I love the delivery of that line.
I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that? That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude to Junpei. I still feel really bad about the one time I was, so I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible.
You should, since you're a Persona user. And man, I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea.
Well, yeah, because we make it a point not to tell anyone.
I'm glad I'm not
What?
Could get kind of lonely.
Thank you.
I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join? It'd be nice to have a guy around too, wouldn't it?
We have Akihiko. He's good enough, man. Akihiko's all we need. Is it clear that I like Akihiko?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
just a touch.
it's his voice actor, man. I love Liam O'Brien so much.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Well, enough with the introductions.
You and me, buddy, right? He's so good.
I think we're about ready.
Yeah. We're going to Tartarus tonight? I hope so. I want to do some dungeon crawling before stopping the stream.
Everybody's here.
It's almost my bedtime, but I'm willing to stay up a little later if it means we can do some dungeon crawling.
I'd like your
Who
undivided
needs
attention.
a bed?
True. I mean, I can always sleep in. I mean, it's my night off, so I'm fine.
For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only Persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5.
Yep. Within the span
Holy
of...
crap.
Well, I guess I can't say within a span of a few days, because we were in the hospital for like a week.
Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'd
do
like
some
to
dungeon
commence
crawling.
the Exploration of Tartarus.
We're gonna see how well it actually plays on an emulator.
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
I love that line. It's
You
true.
haven't seen it
It's
yet?
because of the word tartar.
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
Isn't Tartarus a Greek mythology thing too?
Yes,
Like the
that
pits of
is where
Tartarus?
Kronos is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This
Where
game really
Kronos
does have a lot of Greek mythology stuff.
The dark
Oh
hour?
yeah. As
Just
soon as
like
you
the
said Tartarus, I'm like,
shadows.
oh, I know where that is.
Yep.
And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Whoa. Their nest, huh?
I still find it so weird that this is the conference room and not the lounge, because in the original version, it's the lounge. Like, that's just where it takes place, but that's so weird.
Senpai,
It
what
looks
about
like
your
a
injury?
lounge.
It does, but this is the conference room. The lounge looks a little different.
Since
It
Akihiko
looks
hasn't
like a
fully recovered
lounge.
yet, he'll only come as far as the
Meeting
entrance.
room looks like a fucking board.
Yeah, I know.
Freaking long ass table.
Relax.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
There are some mistakes in this game. Like, there are plenty of typos in this game too, or this version specifically. The theming for the right Persona 3 is Greek stuff, Persona 4 is Japanese mythology, and Persona 5 is like tricksters. Yeah, like tricksters and like thieves from mythology. Like I actually knew both the stories of Goemon and Captain Kidd before going into Persona 5, so like I already had that under my belt.
I knew Captain Kidd.
What about you, Mr.
Oh yeah, well Captain Kidd's story is pretty popular.
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't
Yep.
summon a persona.
The pirates who don't do anything.
I don't. If I recall correctly, I don't think he was actually a pirate. I think he was just labeled a pirate by society.
Just stay at home and lie around. If you
And
ask
this
us
is it?
to do anything,
This is
just
the
tell
place?
you.
Yep.
Quarantine, bitch.
Why here?
Just wait a few minutes.
Oh, yep.
It's almost midnight.
That's the line I always reference. That it's almost midnight.
You should watch the Midnight Channel.
If it exists in this universe.
I mean, technically it does, because Personas 3 and 4 are confirmed to be in the same universe, because, I mean, the Persona 4 kids go to the town of this game.
Nice.
Oh, wow, you can see, like, the lines around them. I think that's an
Yeah, that's emulation. That's
Yep.
emulation.
because those do not appear in the regular version of the game. But like I said, I have the actual legal copy of this game, so it's not technically illegal. I'm just emulating for the sake of streaming, because I don't have a way to stream from my PSP.
The labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth?
Oh yeah. It's a common theme in Persona games, Junpei. Freaking play Shin Megami Tensei game once in a
What are you
while.
talking about? What happened to our school?
Once the dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
Yep. But there's no time limit. The dark hour stays for as long as we want to stay there.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower?
Because
Yep.
Because fuck you, that's why.
There are story reasons for it though. It's just not explained for a long time.
You don't know either?
No.
I can't remember. I don't know if she's lying about that or not, because she is involved loosely in terms of why the school turns into this. But she's involved only loosely. I guess what I should say is she's involved by association.
I'm sure it's complicated.
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the dark hour.
I love my socially awkward boy.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it now, but Akihiko is actually a very awkward character. It's so good.
I know, you don't have to remind me.
Like, he cannot talk to women. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like it.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
First we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What?
He's a precious, precious boy. He really is. I love Akihiko.
We're not asking you to go very far. And I'll be feeding you
We're
information
demanding
from
that
here.
you go very far.
We're also going to
Right.
appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
Oh, this upcoming line.
For real?
Oh, he did the Ryuji thing.
One of us? Oh, me, pick me.
I love
Yeah,
the delivery of that line.
You're in charge.
Yep.
Protagonist.
But she's a girl.
And
Yep, I was gonna say, yeah, he's a bit sexist.
Seriously?
But if you play as the male protagonist, I think he says, well, he doesn't look like a leader.
That's true, but there's another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties?
This part's so much funnier in the original version because instead of the visual novel layout, it's like a regular Persona game where it's like their character model's actually in a field, and in the original version, Akihiko just whips out his gun and points it at his head, and just the suddenness of it is great.
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
This is why we need a definitive edition. We need a version like this, but with the option to either be like a visual novel or like the original.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
Oh yeah, we
Let's
need
head inside.
Yukari's
Are you
desperately,
ready?
because she's our healer. You betcha.
That's the spirit.
Alright, let's see how this plays out. Oh, wait, we have Igor's speech first. I think we're gonna get to hear my boy Travis Willingham soon.
What's the matter?
The one who they make fun of for the Texas references, right?
Oh, of course. Oh, no, he's not here.
I've been waiting for you.
Gasp.
The time has come for you to wield your power.
Hey, Broken Toaster.
The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be?
Persona.
Regrettably, you are not yet
Just a
capable
waste.
of answering these questions.
How am I liking the monog? I love it. I've played a good amount of it in my own personal file, and the female protagonist is one of my favorite characters in the series.
That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power.
Especially for how well she was written in Persona Q2. Like, they really did her character justice in that game. It was so good. I don't want to know.
Your power
I
is
don't want to
weak.
know.
It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have
I saw
defeated
2
your enemies,
zeros in
you
my
will
bank
see the
account.
faces of possibilities.
It wasn't 100.
I feel that.
There may be times when they are difficult.
Oh yeah, I
to
forgot.
master, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned.
In this version of the game, the cards actually work the way they work in Persona 4 Golden, and it's really nice.
So you summon personas?
Well, you'll see. But the Yukiko cameo, yeah, I haven't seen Yukiko in this game, like I didn't get that far, but the weird otaku in chat mentioned that, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And Vincent, or not quite Vincent because of like a mole under his eye, but yeah, I love the way they did all of this.
Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind.
I love this version of the game, though I do miss the inclusion of like the anime cutscenes from the original version. We've just begun, so it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I am absolutely making a series out of this, by the way. This is not just a one-time thing. Like, I will absolutely be playing this game beginning to end.
Rah.
My spare
I love
time
this
is
game. It's so good.
scarce. But please, come again of your own accord.
It's so good. Like, I've played the majority of this game many times, and I know how it ends, but I've never officially beaten it because the one time I got to the final boss, I was under-leveled, and I just could not beat him for the life of me. I got really close, but then Yukari got charmed and healed him back to full HP, and it was really bad. But
Yeah, being on the level to now this game
can
be tough.
Oh yeah, I mean you can still do it. Like I said, I got really close. If it wasn't for Yukari being charmed, I could have beaten him. But yeah, I'm a huge Persona nerd too. Like I've officially played every game in the series, but oh I know, I've played tons of Persona 3, so like I'm well familiar with most of this game. I've just never officially beaten it, but I have gotten to the end of the game.
I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you.
The classic charmed Yukari heals the final boss. On the last phase, the freaking Death Arcana, that like the hardest phase, it's like, I got so damn close. And then Yukari healed him to full, and I was done. I like could not play the game anymore after that. It's been like a month since then though. So I'll attempt it again at some point. In this game, I'll make sure I'm properly doing more level grinding than I was originally. I won't miss. Oh, please hit.
Fired and I missed.
Yep.
I missed
When I
again.
mentioned another resident of this room,
Oh, the classic Yukari meme.
tell me, when you think of this person, what do you see?
I see Travis Willingham, the most handsome man alive. I mean, what?
I see.
Oh yes, we are gonna get to hear him.
For a proper introduction.
My boy Travis Willingham.
My name is Theodore.
Yes.
But please, feel free to call me Theo.
I love him so much.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, I was expecting when you told me his name was Theo.
My
More of a
assistant
nickname.
will aid you as
Oh
well.
yeah. He's a lot derpier in the spin-offs.
Until then, farewell.
This guy looks professional.
Oh yeah, not in the in the spin-offs.
Dude, I will have a derp off and I will win that.
No, dude, hey, you have some pretty good competition with me though. Like, I'll
Bring it.
I'm playing Persona 3, man. You're gonna see me derp a lot. Can't wait for the. I love Tanaka's theme so much. It's so good.
You,
Yeah, what's that?
you watched me play Catherine. Oh my gosh, me playing Catherine was so ridiculous. Just made everything more harder than it needed.
Oh, I know the
Pick to dwell
the
on?
female protagonist's music are all great, like freaking Wiping All Out and Time. There's another song original to her, and I can't think of the name. It's one of the Overworld. Oh man, it's all great.
You're trying to yank
And
my
I've like
chain
she
here.
has her own unique boss theme, I believe, for the Tartarus bosses.
Don't worry though, I got you covered whenever you need it, man.
I'm not sure. They don't seem to see the door.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Yay, dungeon crawling. Oh, it is gonna let me save. Alright, cool. And check the menu. Oh wait, whoops, wrong thing. 1:31 a.m. I get that. It's 6:31 a.m. where I'm at, and I work the graveyard shift, so I'm actually gonna go to bed after this stream. Why not fill out my time? Oh yeah. If you want to stick around, like I said, I'll be doing this as a full series, so I will be playing this game beginning to end. I'll try to play daily, but sometimes I just either don't have time or don't feel up to it.
There's also other things.
Yeah.
Stuff could come up.
Exactly. Thanks for the follow, and that was also Travis Willingham. That notification there. Like I said, I love my boy Travis Willingham.
Freaking peachy face.
Yes. Freaking Joe has that face for his follow notification too.
Yeah, that one's mine.
I love it.
Like, except I have the text like inside it, and it says "is now a fellow weirdo."
Yeah. Alright, let's go dungeon crawling.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
Weird my thing.
Alright, let's see how this looks on an emulator. Okay, well, we won't see the actual gameplay yet.
So that's a cutscene.
Yeah. Well, it's like because I'm used to the original PS2 version, so it's like in the PS2 version, it actually jumps to the actual gameplay during this cutscene.
I hope I don't get lost.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa. Is that you?
Have this on
Senpai?
PSP. Oh yeah, I do too, but I can't stream from my PSP, so I'm using an emulator instead. So it's technically legal because I have bought the game legally. So it's like, yeah, there we go.
Providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can
Yeah,
see inside?
she's our support character for the first couple chapters of the game.
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day.
Yep, it's like Mementos, only this is a required dungeon.
That's why outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
See, now the thing about Mementos is, yeah, it's different every time you go down, but at the same time, is it different though? Like, there's a set amount of like things that stretch out.
Oh, well, the dungeon, it's a classic dungeon crawling thing. Dungeon crawlers often have randomized floors, and oh, nice. I do too, and it's I don't really play them very often anymore though. Just because I have the digital versions for PS3 because they're all available on PSN on there. But then I have Persona 4 Golden on PC and the Vita. Oh, nice. You have a good PS2 collection. I love Nocturne. I just love the Shin Megami Tensei series as a whole.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute.
That's what I want. Get me to the combat.
They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. Practice makes perfect.
Right.
Got it. Why is she always like that?
Oh, nice. Here's the actual gameplay. Alright, let's see. Okay, so the map is segmented like the emulated version of PS2. I'm fine with that.
Ooh, the freaking frame rate.
Yep. The game looks smooth though. Like, it looks a lot smoother than it would on a PSP. And of course, the Final Fantasy collection for the PS2. I think I was talking about that earlier. I was trying to determine which Final Fantasy games were on which consoles. Because, like, I know there were 3 for the NES, 3 for the Super Nintendo, 3 for the PS1, like, main games.
Inform me about your power.
And then,
Nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience.
3 for the PS2. I totally forgot Final Fantasy X too was a thing. I love Yakuza.
Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
I'm good.
Okay. Then I want you to defeat the enemy before.
Rightfully so, that's a
Try
nice
using
collection.
both the skill and attack options.
Okay, wait, hang on, let me... Tactics, there we go.
sounds like the ending song to the anime for 4.
Well, I mean, it's the same rapper. Oh yeah, with Yukari couldn't pain, yep. And then, yeah.
Who's a man?
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. The PS2 lasted for a long time, so like, I totally understand if you had like a bunch of them. Oh yeah, I see the stairs. Let me fight the other guy though. Oh, okay. The map doesn't look as awkward as the emulated version of the PS2 one, so I'll give it that. Like, if you play the PS2 emulator, the map is all like shuffled up. Oh, damn.
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more?
Nah.
The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try?
Oh, I know.
Say that you didn't want to know.
Oh, I said I know.
Well, yes. Oh yeah, that you knew how to fight. So why is she telling you how to fight?
Oh, because it's the beginning of the game. Let's see. Can we
Then
get...
why'd she ask if she's gonna tell you anyway?
Well, she was just giving the hint.
The enemy is vulnerable. Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Let me at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten to the tutorial that explains that yet. Okay, yeah, there's the treasure. Oh, we're gonna need more of those. I believe those are the things that restore SP. Oh, I absolutely use the map all day, every day.
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle?
Yeah, I think this is the tutorial that explains all out attacks.
If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details?
Nah.
Then
Oh no, it just
proceed with
explains the
battle.
one more system.
Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy.
That is a lot, man. I like it.
Persona!
A wisely chosen attack.
One more!
Sweet.
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
I legitimately forgot that the protagonist can use Agi at the beginning of the game, so like,
The enemy's weak.
when it was getting to this tutorial, I was like, wait, does that mean I have to wait for Junpei's turn? But then I was like, oh, no, that's not a thing. Oh yeah, here we go. This is what I meant. The card system works the way it works in a Persona.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, we want Pixie. Hang on. Let's see. Wait until the hot springs. Okay, so no, it works the same way that the PS2 version of Persona 4 works, not Persona 4 Golden. Alright. There we go. I'm so glad this version of the game actually shows you what your party members get for leveling up, because the PS2 version did not.
Show that. It's so important.
Oh yeah, well like, it also, you can't check your party member's status unless you talk to them in the field. But in this version, you can.
You know, because why not?
Yep, see, because like, yeah, in this one you can actually look at everyone's status, but in the PS2 version you can't. You have to like talk to them. In the guy run, you can scare off the girls by making ghost sounds. I completely forgot about the hot spring scene because it's been a billion years since I saw that one. I just remember the guys getting beat up by Mitsuru. Oh, I know. Alright, hey, turn around, buddy. Turn around.
Please to be turning about now.
Yeah? Turn around? There we go. Aw, crap. That's fine.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies in battle.
This is the all-out attack tutorial.
You can perform an all-out
Yep.
attack. Would you care to hear more about
I've done this twice already, though.
Then, that concludes the basics of battle. But there's one last thing I need to tell you. Shadows become stronger the further you advance. If you don't think you can win a battle, retreat at once.
She's talking about the Reaper. See?
Okay. I was about to say, like, you mean like every video game ever?
Yep.
This battle is one of those times.
Well, I think it follows the logic that, like, a lot of games with these very obvious-seeming tutorials, the developers assume that this is, like, the player's first game ever. So, like, they want to make sure that the player has everything they need to actually play.
Yeah.
The scene where Koromaru won't eat Yukari's food. I mean, Yukari does say straight up that she's not a good cook.
This reminds me of the Persona 4.
Oh no, don't even.
Fucking ruin that food.
Enemy is vulnerable. Keep going.
Oh yeah, listen to Junpei's all-out attack quote. I love it. It's like, I love it as much as I love Kanji's all-out attack. Like, one of his quotes is like, I live for this part, and it makes me so happy when he says it. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot this version has the classic shuffle too. Because, like, this is what it was in the PS2 version.
Shuffle. You get to pick in the Persona 4.
Oh yeah, in the PS Vita version, not in the PS2 version. In the PS2 version, it does the spinny thing, and you have to pick the one, like, you have to make sure you remember which one it was and keep an eye on it.
Oh, fuck that. I like everything being shown. It's awesome.
I'm pretty used to this system because I've been playing Persona 3 for years. Well, the PS2 version. This version's still pretty new to me. Oh yeah, this is a system I never really used personally, but it's useful for level grinding. But I never use it because I'm always afraid, because when, like, this makes your party members go by themselves, and yeah. Like, if they get into a battle, they're fighting by themselves, so you have to, like, keep an eye on their HP and make sure they don't die.
Everyone, spread out and proceed individually.
And then that's the access point, yep. Let's stay here,
Then I'll look around some more.
because Junpei is going to get us some treasure. Yeah. Hey, whoa, move. Oh yeah, I think he already grabbed it, so let me go ahead and regroup.
Everyone, return to the leader.
Get over here. I think he'll give us the treasure before we leave. Yeah, there we go. Fight Reaper on second floor. Sounds like a plan. It's not like we're underleveled or anything.
Nice.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I never considered using the split up option for that. That's a genius idea.
So, how was it?
I forgot that the dark floors are a system in this game, because I don't think the dark floor thing was in the PS2 version, was it?
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow.
Bet.
I never knew I had that kind of power.
You did nothing that whole time. Like, he participated in one battle, and then freaking
That's
Laura
it.
Bailey took care of the rest.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
Fair enough.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt.
Oh yeah. Like, the fatigue system does get, like, kind of overbearing at times, but like, the more you play, the less it actually happens.
But I'm surprised. You all did much
Well,
better
I
than
suppose what I
expected.
should say is like the longer or the further into the game you get. The Junpei, I did not. I didn't get into Persona 3 until a few years ago, or I didn't get into Persona in general until a few years ago. I got into it in 2015, so I was very late to the party.
At this rate, they'll catch up to
Meanwhile,
you
I
in no
got
time,
into it in
Akihiko.
2018.
Oh yeah, well, a majority of modern fans got into it because of Persona 5, which is totally understandable. That's awesome. The fatigue system's revamped. Okay, that makes sense. You know, when this game came out, I was like a little kid, and the PS2 is actually the one PlayStation console I've never owned. I've had a PS1, PS3, PS4, PSP, and PS Vita. I never had the PSP Go or whatever that was called, though.
What?
About that.
What are you talking?
It was like a second iteration of the PSP. It was like in between the PSP and the PS Vita, I think.
Oh, it just went from PSP to PS Vita.
No, there was like another system in between, and it had like a slidey thing, almost like phones, I think. Ah, Nocturne, nice. So you're one of the like classic fans of the series who started out with Shin Megami Tensei before getting into Persona. That's awesome.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Someone in chat.
No, yeah, I know. It's just I've never heard of the fucking PS thing that you're
Oh,
saying.
okay.
I've never heard of this in my entire life.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to think like where.
I started with Persona 3, then I played Persona 5, then Shin Megami Tensei 4, and then Nocturne, and then eventually Persona 4. And then I played Eternal Punishment, and then I got to Persona 1, and then I finally played Innocent Sin. So I think Innocent Sin is the last game in the main series that I played. Okay, that makes sense. I think that... Hang on, how old was I when Nocturne came out? Nocturne came out in 2005. So, how old was I in 2005? Let's see, in 2000... Okay. Oh, I was actually the same age. That was 9 when Nocturne came out. Remember my friend getting into... Forgot about it until he stumbled upon... That makes sense. GA is awesome. Let's absolutely save. Wow, we're 2 hours into this game already? What the heck?
Even if it says it has an autosave, don't trust it.
Oh, well I know for sure this game doesn't. I don't think any Persona game has autosave.
No, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Never
Yeah.
trust an autosave.
I will be ending this stream. We've been going for... Well, I think this is the longest stream I've ever done, but...
We've been streaming for like almost 7 hours.
Oh yeah. But yeah, guys, like I said, I will be making this an ongoing series. I'll be posting the streams to YouTube as well. I have the link and all that crap below the stream. But Joe and Corey, thank you for joining me, guys. And I will... Thanks for following the Weirdo Taco. That notification always makes me jump. It's like, well, and like when you hear the audio, it's a very loud audio clip of Travis Willingham shouting, "What the fuck?" It's so good. But thank you guys for coming, and hopefully I will see you, quote unquote, tomorrow. But for us, it's later today. So see you guys later.
Have a good one.
Bye.